welcome to Frankie's DIY Life. I'm Frankie. Today I got some random stuff. It's not in order. It's just some random stuff that I'm wanting to do today. And I picked up this, okay, I'm gonna confess. I'm an early Christmas decorator. So, I mean, I love Christmas. You know, Jesus' birthday, love you, Lord. I don't do Halloween and the Thanksgiving stuff. I used to have all kind of decorations. I mean, it was out there. But the older I get, I'm trying to simplify my life a little bit more. And plus my husband was fussing that shed was too full. So anyway, I'm trying to condense down. So now I just got a little bit of Easter stuff and the rest is Christmas. But here's the thing. I have a mantle in my living room and I want to put a big picture on it because a Christmas theme. So what I've done is I picked up this big large picture frame at Goodwill. Let me show you. Okay, I've already took the cardboard out of the back of it. So I am going to be transforming this into a Christmas picture. I'm going to be using this shower curtain. You know, I love use shower curtains. Anyway, this is what I used to put in my bathroom in my shower. Anyway, I'm trying to condense down, like I said. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece of cardboard and I am going to stretch this out on there. It says, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. And I think it's going to be real cute. So let's get started. Okay, so I had to move it to my living room because my table just wasn't big enough. And I know I don't have good lighting in here, but I'm just giving you the gist of what I'm doing. So I got the cardboard on the bottom already. And in here is the mat that goes with it. So what I need to do is I need to get this on there. And I need to get it fixed to where I want it. And then that way I can start stapling and gluing it down. But I will try to get that in between there because if I can get it in that mat, then I know that's what it's going to look like when I put the frame back on. So when you're doing these projects, the best rule of thumb is to get those frames that have mats. That way they just look more finished. They don't look good without the mats. So let me get this positioned and we'll go from there. I could get me some of that spray adhesive, which I do have some, and get it on there, and that way I know it'll stay there until I can staple the back. And I think that's what I might do, but I got to take it back in my craft room. Okay, so it looks like I don't have no spray adhesive. So I'm going to be using these jumbo glue sticks. So I'll just put it on there, press it down until I get it even, and then I can staple it. Work in progress. All right, so I finally got it on there, and I think it's good and straight. So I'm just going to ease this off right here without moving it if I can. There we go. All right, let me set this aside. And now what I'm fixing to do is just put me a couple of little staples in so I can anchor it down. I might even crank my iron up and give it a good little press while it's on here. Before I move this to glue it, I'm going to put me a dot in this corner right here. And I'm going to mark one over here. And that way I'll know that them two corners need to be matching up if it happens to get off a little bit. So I'm fixing to give it a little quick press. And then I will raise it up and put that glue on it like I said. Okay, got it pressed. And now I'm just fixing to put my glue on it. I just want enough to, oh, I'm glad I got that pinned down. Okay, now I gotta find my dot. And there it is. Uh-oh. Now I'm making all these mistakes so you don't have to. Alright. Okay. Yeah. And I'll find my dot on that end. Get it smoothed down, and then we'll get the frame back on. All right, so I finally got it on my board, good and smooth. I stapled it all the way around. with just regular, you know, paper staple. And the glue that I put on there after I smoothed it down, I hit it with my iron one more time, and that way it, you know, it smoothed it out really good. So here's what I got. You know, I like it. I think it's cute. But you see where those snowflakes are? I'm thinking, see, I got these at the Dollar Mart. Well, actually, I've had them forever, but that's where they come from. And I'm thinking I'm going to just glue me some down over there. And these are little white ones. I mean, I'm going to randomly just put them somewhere, glue those down. And then you see the little buttons right through here. I'm going to use, of course, Dollar Mart. Whoop. Well, there they go. I got to go get them out of the floor. And I'm going to just glue these on with my hot glue gun. And then I may use a couple of these on these little white dots just every now and then. I'm just trying to put a little bling, a little sprinkle in it. A little sprinkle, a little sparkle, not sprinkle, sparkle. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do before I put that on the glass. And I'll go ahead and put these on here too. So I'm just going to grab my hot glue gun, and it is heating up. And just start putting those on. And just a little dot. And I'll do all of these. I think I got it covered about like I like it. And got them glued on. It's sort of like gives it a 3D effect. I got my little sparkles on. And I put me some little pearls around the hats. So I'm ready to put it back in the frame. You know, I was going to paint my frame, but since the picture is sort of brown, I think I'm just going to leave it as it is. Okay, so I got it up there. And I just leaned it up against my mantel. That way I didn't have to try to get a nail up there. But it sits up there pretty good. Yes, no, man. I think it turned out pretty good. Well, I told you I was going to do some random stuff, and the picture frame, that was Christmas, and that's far from what I'm fixing to show you next. So I used my shower curtain, so I got some more use out of it. You know, I used it for a long time for a shower curtain because it was a shower curtain. So anyway, now I'm using it for a Christmas picture. The other thing that I am going to show you, and before I show it to you, I want to talk just a little bit on friendship. Now, I got a bunch of girls, and I'm going to try to throw a picture up here, if I can get it up there, I don't know. We've been friends forever and a day. You know, I think we started playing softball when I was 15 or 16 years old. So, you know, friends, if you're true friends, you're friends for life, you know, and you know who those people are, okay? You know who they are. You don't have to see those friends all the time, and then when you do see them, you just pick right up where you left off. But let me tell you, I got some friends that for the life of me, I cannot figure out. Now, I do this YouTube sewing channel, and you'd think they'd know about it, right? Well, okay, I got a girlfriend, and she needed her pants hemmed. And so she was calling another friend of hers, and she said, hey, you know anybody that can, you know, hem some pants for me? And she said, Felicia, don't you know Frankie does that YouTube sewing channel? And she's like, oh, yeah, that's right. Now, is that a friend or what? But I'm going to show you what this friend has done. All right, so these are the pants that I need to hem. Well, looks really nice. I mean, that's a good hem on that. And so it's fine and dandy. But here's the problem. Let me show you what this chick has done. You see that? That's where she has stapled it together. She has stapled She has stapled these pants. Look, I cannot believe that. I got the biggest kick out of that when I seen it. So anyway, I'm going to hem these for her, and when I hand them back to her, I'm going to tell her that I do have a YouTube channel, and it's about sewing. Now, on her behalf, I will say that she solved the problem, and she was thinking outside the box. So, hey, it worked. Well, those were the two things that I wanted to do today, and they were a little opposite ends of one another, but anyway, I got those two things done, and she's got a good personality, so I'm sure she's not going to get mad, but I did get the biggest kick out of that. It was a belly laugh. I think I lost 3 or 4 pounds off that laugh. But anyway, this is Frankie's DIY Life. If you're a new person that's just stopped in, hit that subscribe button, that like button, wherever it's at. I don't know. But anyway, I appreciate it. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for watching. And I want to say, God bless you. God bless your family. Y'all stay safe. And I'll see you next time.